Welcome to In Conversation with MANWAR podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Do Not Be a Bystander campaign. You can join us in raising awareness about bullying by visiting the donotbeabystander.com, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay informed about upcoming episodes. Today's participant is Saba, an extraordinary individual whose solid passion for eradicating bullying and fostering a safer community for all is truly inspiring. Today's conversation with Saba centers on the importance of leadership and the essential qualities that make a great leader.
Welcome to our Bullying Awareness podcast. I'm your host, MANWAR Khan. Today, I'm joined by a guest who is ready to share her thoughts and insights about the topic of leadership. Leadership is the ability to inspire, guide, and influence others towards a common goal or a vision. It involves taking charge, making decisions, and providing direction to a group or individuals, or even an organization. Welcome, Saba. Thank you for joining for this conversation.
Thank you, Manwar, for having me here.
You're welcome. So, Saba, to me, leadership is just not about holding a position of authority. It is about serving others, fostering collaboration, and creating opportunities for personal and collective growth. The way I see it is great leaders are visionaries who can see the bigger picture and inspire others to join them in that search of the common vision. So, this is what leadership means to me. What about you?
Thank you, Manwar, for giving me the floor. Okay, so to me, leadership means a lot of things. For me personally, it means empowering and inspiring people. Leadership is an act of motivating people and directing them towards a specific goal. I also think that leadership means trust and respect. It's a two-way thing. The way in which the followers will trust and follow the leader, the same way leaders also need to trust every individual on the team. Otherwise, those people can't be productive members of the group or gain enough respect for leaders to trust their judgment. That's it.
Wonderful, the great answer. I actually completely forgot about that point, the trust. And you're so right that if there is no bridge of trust, then people will not follow me or follow you, right? I mean,
Right.
we have to. The foundation is based on trust and respect. So foundation should be trust. You need to trust your leader.
Right.
So, for example, I was talking to other person that day, and she was my ex-boss. So she was telling me that, Manwar, think this way. Even though I'm your boss, I might not be your leader. I have authority on you. I can tell you, do that, do that, do that. You will do that, whatever I say, but you will never follow me because I'm not a leader. Maybe you don't trust me. So trust, boss, and leadership is two completely different thing, right? So
Exactly.
it's a trust is very important. That's a great topic you just touched. Thank you so much. So some people say that can anyone be leader, or certain qualities necessary to be an effective leader? Um, what do you think about that?
Okay, now as you asked whether anyone can be a leader or not, I think everyone has qualities that leaders possess, but not everyone encounters the exact set of circumstances in life where those qualities can really shine and be recognized. Everyone can, however, develop their leadership qualities and put them to positive use in life every day, in and out of the workplace. So, yes, anyone can be a leader, but all cannot be effective leaders. As effective leaders, have in them extra ingredients. They have some charisma that not every leader possesses. And being a good leader is not a cakewalk. One must possess effective leadership qualities that help them achieve higher goals and objectives. Like, for example, ability to influence others. Like, leadership is all about influencing people. It's the ability to produce effects on other people's behavior. And for this, a leader requires building a strong sense of trust. Then comes transparency to some extent. The more you are open about your organizational goals and challenges, the easier it is for employees to understand their role and how they can individually contribute to the company's overall success. Then another quality may be encouraging risk taking and innovation. Like, you cannot wave a wand, dictate to people that they need to be more creative, and wake up the next day to find people taking risk and taking new things. It's not like that. Instead, leaders must actively foster a culture of innovation by supporting experimentation, challenging unwritten rules, and embracing mistake. Another quality may be integrity. Integrity is a core quality that every leader must possess. You
Right.
cannot run any business successfully if you lack integrity. And you need to act decisively. Like, in today's fast changing, complex business environment, effective leaders need to make strategic decisions quickly, even before any definitive information is available. Once you make a choice, stick with it, unless there is a compelling reason to shift focus. And another, I think, an important quality should be demonstrating resilience. Like, every decision you make won't result in success. There will be times when you are met with failure. It's your job as a leader to exercise resiliency. So these are few qualities I think that a leader must possess. That's it.
Excellent. Excellent. And that's true. I totally agree with you. But you remember, other day, I went to a conference, and they talked about leadership. Every leaders have some specific qualities, and it's different types of leaders. But leadership can be learned also, they're saying in that seminar. So it has a, like, for example, it is a set of skills or behaviors or qualities that can be developed through education, training, and self-awareness. And here's an example. I wrote it for you actually. They talked about education and training. Many educational institutions like universities and colleges, they are actually offering leadership development programs to talk about these, the qualities of leadership, how to practice it. So um, um, I what do you think about that? I mean, leadership, it's not wrong if we say that leadership um, can be learned. I think leadership can be learned. I mean, people can develop that skill too, right?
Yeah, you're right, Manwar. As you know, I'm a teacher, and this teaching is a kind of leadership. Not
True.
a kind of leadership, it is actually leadership, where you are guiding your children to achieve their academic goal. Now, since teachers
Exactly.
communicate and
Exactly.
interact with students on a daily basis, they can make the best decisions for students and their learning process. In my everyday life, I, as a teacher, have to step outside my classroom doors and accept the challenges to improve my practice through working with colleagues, school administration, and professional staff, as well as students and their families. So, this teacher leadership is a package of attitudes, knowledge, and skills that are continually developed. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Anything else do you want to add in this conversation today?
No, that's pretty much it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Saba, for having this conversation at our podcast. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Before we wrap up, I would like to remind our listeners that there are several resources available to help individuals dealing with bullying. The government of Alberta has a bullying helpline, and that can be reached at 1-888-456-2323. Bullying is a violation of human rights. Under no circumstances is bullying acceptable. As a community, we have a shared responsibility to take a stand against bullying. Thank you so much, Saba, for joining in conversation with MANWAR Khan. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.